Good morning! Oh, wait, this video is coming out in the afternoon. Damn it. Good afternoon! Welcome to this video. It has been a year. Really, it's been a year. A lot has happened. I am now a senior in college, going to graduate next semester, which is a lot. We have had a lot of stuff happen to our central vacuum. Yeah. Oh, yeah, that's right. We also have probably a lot more cat hair and cat litter now that we have these two little guys in our family. Also, we're going to see an increase of cat hair probably next year from now till when I probably empty it in June, or when someone empties it in June. Probably won't be me, honestly. I think this might be the last central vacuum update I give, unless I'm just sometimes here. That's weird. Last central vacuum update. I'm tearing up, guys. Can you tell? No, I'm just kidding. I'm not. Yeah, so you might have saw the box in the beginning. That's for later. That's a teaser. I actually haven't seen the box yet, so I don't know how big it is or how heavy it is. Actually, correction. I do know how heavy it is because I checked the receipt from the order. It is 44 pounds, which is heavy. But I do know what's inside the box. I know how heavy the box is. I just don't know how big the box is, which is hilarious. So yeah, we are doing this part first because I want to build suspension. So we're actually going to be emptying and cleaning this vacuum first, even though it's literally the 16th. It's not even the end of the month. It's not even New Year's yet. But I would like to empty this vacuum cleaner before we get to that box. And most of you might know the reason why. If you don't know the reason why, well, you got to stick around and find out. So it is time to empty the vacuum cleaner. Sorry about my hair. I woke up 45 minutes ago, so I wanted to do this video now when no one's home, so I don't get interrupted, because every time I feel like I'm making a video at home, I'm getting interrupted by something. Either by a cat, or by my parents, or both. So, yeah. Oh, there's actually another thing that we also have to do that I thought about doing a couple months ago, but I asked my dad, but I don't know when they're gonna paint that bedroom upstairs because there's a vent in there. I need to replace the central vac inlet. Not this one. This is an old one. There's a new one upstairs that needs to be replaced in that master bedroom behind that bedroom door. It's not been replaced yet. That's the only one that hasn't been replaced. I think I'm gonna do that in this video too before I do the unboxing part. So I'm gonna do that first after I clean it. Did you hear what I hear, Editor Me? That was odd. Okay, everything's been changed. I'm gonna go open one of the inlets upstairs. I'm actually gonna do a different inlet this time. I'm actually gonna do the inlet up in the master bedroom. I'm gonna prop that one open because I would like to go around the main part of the house and test and see if I just realized my autofocus I think is off. Oh my gosh, it was off the entire time. I am so mad. Anyways, I'm gonna go upstairs and open the valve in the master bedroom. I'm also gonna go grab a different camera while I do this instead of my phone camera. And walk around and make sure all the inlets are working. So yeah, I'm gonna go do that. Let me first go open the inlet though. Okay, so I'm going to turn on the vacuum and then I'm gonna go around and check all the inlets in the house to make sure how bad they're leaking. I know some of them leak. I know it's not perfect. It is what it is. I really can't do much thing about it. Alright, let's see how this goes. Hey! The motor quieted down. It's healing itself. I don't know why it does this. You see, it's actually not too loud. It's actually relatively quiet, which is pretty good. This camera does really bad in low light, so I'm probably just gonna end up turning on. That doesn't look too bad. This one leaks a little more. I've taken a lot of time to fix this one too. Yeah, it moves a ton. I don't think these screws really work that well anymore. Oh, this one's perfectly sealed. I don't even need to... That's beautiful. Wow. There's no air leaking out of that one. Good, because that one doesn't get used very often. Actually, I don't think we'll ever use that one. Upstairs we go. You can now hear which one I've picked, which is the one behind this door. This one has lots of airflow. This is gonna be pretty loud. And that one's whatever. You get the idea. So, two of them are really good seals. The one in the living room needs a little bit more work. I've worked on that one a couple times. I just can't get it to seal properly. So, it's whatever, I guess. We've done the best we could, so that's all I really care about. Again, we do have to seal the one. Actually, I'm gonna go switch them out and I'll show you why I need to replace the one in that bedroom. The one I picked is the one by the laundry room. That's the one I picked as the open one. This one. It's starting to leak now, but this one's almost perfectly sealed. This one was perfectly sealed. I guess the one in the garage sealed up nicely. Good. I'm surprised. This one leaked a lot more. Maybe the last time I used it, I closed it pretty good and pushed it back in the wall. But this one needs replacing. This is still the original one. The new one is actually, I think it's in this drawer. Right here. So, we're replacing it today because the new hose is coming and I would like to have all new vents. So yeah, let's turn the vacuum off and go replace it. Alright, I'm going to go open a valve. Actually, I'm just going to go put the hose in, and I will turn the vacuum on to see if she leaks. It is leaking a little. I'm wondering if it was the tape, but it leaks the same amount it was leaking before, so I want to say the installer, the pretty idiotic installer, probably put a hole in that tight 90, and now it just has a hole in it, which is sad, because someone used the long screw instead of a short screw, because someone installing this was a big idiot. So I think it's probably fine. The inlet's been replaced. As it runs, it'll probably seal a little better, but I doubt it'll be perfect. This system is 25 years old anyway, almost. This is what I've been waiting for. This amazing box. I actually didn't think it would have this really cool looking art on the front. It actually kind of looks like some art that would probably come out of something from, I don't know, maybe the 90s. I'm really excited to open this box. It actually isn't as heavy as I thought it was, so really excited. But yeah, let's get opening it. And look, it's a box. I know, so exciting. I know what's inside. I have no idea. The thing is, I do know. It's 2 metal rods. That's it, everyone. Thanks for watching. I'm kidding. Alright, that's a little crazy, but whatever. There's a lot of things in this box. You can't really see me, I'm sorry. Okie dokie, so this is all of the tools and stuff that it comes with. It actually comes with quite a few things. I actually know what all of them are, but I will go into detail and explain every single thing. So we'll put these right here for now. What I'm really excited for is this box, because this has the new hose. I thought actually recording with this camera would be easier, but I just ended up putting it down and using it as a microphone. I know. All sorts of smells. Oh, excellent. Good. They already put the cord on it. Excellent. That's one less thing I was worried about. Okay, I'm done recording with this camera. I'm sorry, I can't record with this camera. Wow. Crush-proof hose. Oh, sorry, Barry. I didn't know you were there. I'm actually gonna stretch this hose out and re-stick the sticker. That's probably gonna eventually come off, but whatever. These are really cool tubes because they are very modern, because they are not only tubes, they are telescoping tubes. We have not had a vacuum except our Kenmore unit that has it's spring-loaded. Of course it's spring-loaded. Why would it not be? We have this one, which is just bare floor tool. I think it's actually supposed to face this way. This is really nice. This is like, I know this is made in the USA because their factory is in Bakersfield, California, but like American-made, US-made things just feel good. They feel like super premium. They just feel good. Maybe it's just me. Maybe I'm just old-fashioned and the cheap Chinese things just feel bad. Like this feels good. I feel like you can just use this for years and years and years and just beat the ever-loving crap out of it, and it will still function like it's supposed to, brand new. Crevice tool, brush. Oh my gosh. Other than the foam it left, which I'm going to vacuum up. Look, I'm making a mess. I'm gonna have to vacuum later. Oh no, what will I ever do? And then we have another brush slash upholstery tool, which is the correct term for this furniture, the tan furniture. I guess you can't really see it. You see that chair right there? We used to vacuum it with one of the electric rotary ones. It teared at the fibers of the couch, so we had to stop using it and use one of this. Oh, did you get your spring? Oh, did you get your spring? It's a good boy. This is a really, really cool bare floor tool. Like, really, really cool bare floor tool. This is a articulating bare floor tool. You see how much movement from this neck it has? It can twist here, it can twist at like low profile angles so you can get under cabinets. This is a really cool floor tool, and I believe this is, yes, it is by Wesselwerk, however you want to pronounce it. Same thing for the power head. German manufacturing is just the best manufacturing. These Germans know how to make things. I mean, they make amazing cars that I really like, but just anything that's German, it's just made with quality and thought put into it. Like, they're really cool tools. I'm super excited to use this. This is a really cool bare floor tool. The power head. This power head is actually really light. It is much lighter than the Panasonic or M&S or whatever you want to call it power head that I have now. Oh yeah, look at that. It even comes with the instructions for their upright vacuums as well. That's a good manual. And this guy right here. I love how the MD Stealth power head looks. I just think it looks so, like, industrial. It looks professional. I mean, I've used an MD Stealth power head before. It was on a canister vacuum at my work that I was using just to vacuum with. But just these Stealth heads just really are really good. Barely work for this carpet. I know this power head is really meant for, wow, that lock. That's a lock. Oh, that's right, it's electric. Oh my gosh, I forgot. Linhouse, the people who made the Stealth head for MD back in the early 90s, really thought this through, because this is meant to be easily taken apart. Like the brush for the bottom, to take this out to clean the brush bar, this is supposed to be super easy to take off and just clean out. The M&S one, I have to take apart with like screwdrivers just to access the brush. This one, you can just take apart with literally twist red pegs, which I'll show you in a minute. But this is electrically, when you put this in the upright position, it electrically cuts the motor power and it turns itself off, and then when you push the button down, it turns the power head on again. Really, really cool system. This, like, rigid, everything, like, this is supposed to last years. Okay, hi. So, how this is supposed to work is the traditional style power heads, you usually can take the wand out of the power head. MD actually decided to make this more of a permanent installation, and what I mean by that is you pop the handle into the wand, like this, and then the wire on the back actually plugs in to the bottom of the power head wand, and then it's kind of supposed to be in a permanent installation. So kind of like, I think it's supposed to go in like this. Push her in there good, and then you're all set. What do you think, Finn? What do you think? Does it smell like new? I'm gonna vacuum up all the cat hair. I know, Perry's doing something in the kitchen with the cardboard, huh? Oh! Distractions! I must get to the food bowl! Another thing that I'll do, oh hi, I'll just use this camera. Another thing you can do is it has a air valve, so you can open and close to let extra air in and out. Usually you want to leave that closed. I'm upside down, I just realized that. And there you go. So this part actually swivels at the wand to give you more maneuverability. It has two modes. Right here you have it 1 and 2. 2 is for the power head, 1 is just for the air. And boom! You press down. Wow, that's so much maneuverability. That's actually quite ridiculous. Press down. And you vacuum it. That's a nice lock. And I gotta turn it on. It's a vacuum cleaner. Okie dokie, I'm kind of filming this out of order because my dad was here and he was interrupting and asking questions, so I'm going to do this entire segment again of the actual vacuuming part. I've actually let the hose sit out for probably about an hour just to warm up because the hose was pretty cold. So I'm going to go and plug in the hose in the hallway and we'll get started. Got your simple controls right here. You got 1 for just air and 2 for air and the power. I'll turn it on so you can hear what it sounds like from here. Sticks pretty good to my hand. This is with it on the wand, and this is what the power head sounds like. And since this is an MG Stealth, it actually does have a kill switch in the head. If you put it up all the way, it does turn the power off to the power head. And putting it back down does turn it back on. But you can't turn it up on the power switch. I'm still learning where the best position is. I'm going to bump it up probably a little bit. Probably put it about there maybe. I want it to deep clean this carpet really nicely, but I don't want it to bog like it does in the beginning. But it's actually running pretty good. Another thing I want to talk about is this amazing Wesselwork floor tool. It is very movable, very lightweight, and it does actually have a really good pickup path. And it actually sounds really nice. See around the corners. Very easy, very movable. I think this is one of the best floor tools probably out there. See, look, even Finn is super interested in it, huh? What do you think, Finn? Is this a good floor tool? Pick up all the cat food off the floor? Let's do a sound comparison to see which vacuum is quieter. I'm going to take bets that it's going to be this one. The old vacuum cleaner, I don't even know if you can hear me right now, and the new vacuum cleaner. The old vacuum cleaner. Oops. The new vacuum cleaner. Okay, so one of the things I actually did was I ended up actually vacuuming in the basement using the utility, and one of the things I found was I can actually attach the hose to the old power head by just slipping it into the button, because the button locks actually match perfectly. And I found that very hilarious, and it actually did work. So I did eventually vacuum the entirety of the basement, but the problem is I could only vacuum my mom's scrapbooking room and my room because the hose wasn't just long enough to vacuum the entire basement, and there's no basement inlets down there because I have to use the utility valve, so I could vacuum up in my room, but further than that I can't vacuum the rest of it, of this little hallway area, and I can't vacuum the carpet in my dad's Star Wars room. Yes, my dad has a Star Wars room. It's a bit weird, but I'm okay with him and his hobbies, so we're just going to move. Really? Okay, this segment is going to be basically the end of the video. This is where I give my final review on everything. I'm going to rate all of the tools that come with it out of 5. 5 being the best, 0 being the worst. I am going to do a 0, but probably won't ever hit 0, but 0 being the worst. I have my helper with me, or my helper's butt, is that what is here? Let's start with the main part, which is the hose. The hose is actually really nice. I'm glad that they still kept the tried and true Plastiflex hose, which is the brand of that hose technically. The hose that I had before was just awful. It was super heavy, super cumbersome. and it just had a bunch of holes in it. I mean, after 25 years, you probably expect it to have a million holes in it, but this new Plastiflex hose is very nice. The only reason I would not give it a perfect score is probably because of how it wants to tangle and wrap. It's not that bad. It's actually pretty good. And I love that it's the crush-proof hose where you can step on it and it'll come back to its original form. I'm gonna blame that it's because it's just brand new, so I'm not gonna take that much points off of it. So the hose is probably gonna be maybe a 4 out of 5. Next is the bare floor tool, which I actually have right here. This bare floor tool is amazing. I love how low profile the edge is. I love these gaps in the air for the bristles to suck in. I love this wand, or the reciprocating and very movable wand. It's very nice. This is super nice. It gets really low. You can do it this angle and get under like cabinets and stuff. Again, I have a bathroom upstairs, 2 cabinets where this can really slide under those cabinets very nicely. So this, I don't have any complaints about it. 5 out of 5. Crevice tool. I'm not gonna go into much detail. Crevice tool technology really hasn't evolved over the last 25 years, so it's gonna automatically get a 5 out of 5. I don't have anything to say about it. It works. Next is the brush, and this is where things start to go downhill, sadly. I particularly don't like this brush. It is a very soft brush. It does dust pretty good. The only thing I don't like about it is because these bristles are so thick, it can actually lip lock to the thing that you're dusting, especially if you're dusting off like wooden stairs like I have. It wants to just lip lock down and suck down and suck down, and then there's no airflow, and you need some airflow to make these brushes work. So sadly, I would probably give this maybe like a 3 out of 5. The next tool, which is a bit hard to explain because it's an upholstery tool, but it has a dusting brush attachment. This tool always confused me. I actually have one of these tools in its bag downstairs that's never been used. I can now see why people use it, because I think as this configuration, it's a really good dusting brush. It doesn't lip lock to whatever you're dusting, and it's just really nice. The upholstery part of it, not so much. I just feel like this upholstery tool just is so boring, and it really doesn't look like it's actually doing anything other than scratching your upholstery. Like, I wouldn't really like using this on this furniture specifically. This is a very thin, very fine furniture. I just prefer the old traditional upholstery tool with the little foam, I guess this is horsehair. Oh, it is horsehair. Oh, stand corrected, it's not foam. This horsehair brush thing, I just think it does a much better job of actually cleaning furniture, and it doesn't scratch the furniture as much because you're brushing with this, not as much the plastic. The brush rating, 5 out of 5. I really like this brush. I actually think it's better. The upholstery tool, I don't know, 3 out of 5, maybe even a 2 out of 5. I really don't like this upholstery tool that much. If I were to rate this upholstery tool, I actually think this upholstery tool is probably a 5 out of 5. It's a really good tool, I love it. The next thing would be this. It can't fit it all on frame, it's too long. Actually, I can probably adjust it. This is the low voltage tube. I couldn't get the high voltage tube because I didn't want to take it off the power head, but they both do the exact same thing, so I think I'll actually give them separate reviews, but we'll do this one first. This one, it's a really good tube. I love the telescoping feature. I think the telescoping feature is super nice. I would give this telescoping wand a 100% 5 out of 5. Now, the other telescoping wand, I'm gonna do that separately. That one's a 5 out of 5. That's a 5 out of 5 as well. Now, the power head, the main show of making this really living room carpet look really clean. That power head actually works so good. It works way better than the old power head that I had. It just works so much better. The only things that I have with it, the only quirks, is I guess the only way I can explain it is to show you. This is the power head off of the Kenmore vacuum cleaner. This is a Kenmore Ultra Plush system. It is also known as, in the MD kits, it is the response head. It's this one. I really like this power head a little bit more, but there are some things that the MD stealth head, or the Linhouse stealth head, does a lot better. Number one, the Linhouse stealth head is much slimmer, so it can get under things much easier. The one problem that I have with this one and the M&S PowerMate power head is it doesn't do very well getting under certain furniture. I can't vacuum under the guest bedroom bed with these two. The MD Stealth, or the Linhouse Stealth, is much more lower profile, and it can vacuum under that bed perfectly. In fact, I can vacuum under the guest bed, and I can vacuum under the master bed, which those two beds are very low to the ground, so perfect. I'm glad I can vacuum under those, because these two heads cannot fit under those beds. It can fit under my bed, but not the other two. One thing that this head does a little bit better, there's actually two things that I wish that the Linhouse head did, is the maneuverability of the power head. It doesn't have as much twist and give as this power head does. It's way better than the PowerMate Kenmore Panasonic one. Does way better than that power head. But it does not do as good as this head. I'll give you an example here. I'll put the footstep down. You see this? You see how it twists in the neck? So you can actually do twists like this, so you can make tighter turns. This power head can make really tight 90-degree turns. The Linhouse head can't really do as much. The M&S can't do it at all. You basically have to like move your entire arm. This, you can just twist the wand and it'll twist wherever you want it to go, the direction that you want it to go. This is a very good design. I like this little twistable twist. The couple negatives I had, which doesn't impact the score that much, is the lack of headlight and the nuisance of changing the height with the little twistable dial. Now, I understand that the twistable dial has been a Linhouse thing for literally multiple decades now, but come on guys, I would prefer a foot pedal like this for changeable height, or the Ace head, the M&S Panasonic one. What's another one that does it really well? I guess the EBK 360 and the EBK 760, or the 280. Those power heads do a great job with the pedal. But I understand why Linhouse went with the dial. You can't break it, which these foot pedals eventually are going to wear out and snap off, and you won't be able to adjust the height. Understandable. But the one thing that I don't understand why Linhouse hasn't done with their Stealth Kit, because the Stealth Kit's been out for probably a decade now, and they updated it in the 2022 year and gave it a new fresh paint and look, and updated a couple of things. I don't understand why Linhouse hasn't given MD a version of that power head with an LED headlight on it. They have it on their Linhouse units, on their Linhouse power heads. They have a little LED module. I know they're on their 13-inch or the 12-inch power heads. I don't know why they didn't give the Stealth, because if you want to, you can just take the top off of a Linhouse power head, the LED module, and just put it on top of the Stealth head, because they're interchangeable parts. Now that I've rated everything, I would rate the entire kit. Oh, sorry, I didn't give the power head an actual like rating. I'd probably give it a 4, maybe a 4.5, maybe somewhere in between there. It's a really good power head. Like to see an LED headlight and maybe a really nice foot pedal design for the height adjustment. The release, the foot release for the power head, really nice. Do not change that. That is a really nice. I love it way more because you can't break the tabs off the back of the regular power heads like this Response one and the M&S one or the Panasonic ones. Overall, I would probably give this system probably give it, I'm gonna do it out of 10. I'd probably give it maybe like an 8. If they do a better dusting brush, not this one, and they made it better, maybe because they put a cutout at the bottom here. Maybe if they put a cutout at the top or the sides and it wouldn't lip lock to the ground, that would be better. if they made a better upholstery, if they started making these upholstery tools again, this would probably put the kit up to maybe a 9. And then change the little things with the power head and making the hose maybe a little bit more flexible. It's already flexible enough, but having that weird tangling issue, because I have kinked it a couple of times by accident while moving it. Probably give the kit right now probably an 8. With a couple of the changes, probably bring it up to a 9.5. But overall, the kit is really, really good. I actually love this kit a lot. I think I would love it more than probably even the Response kit, which is what this power head would come with. It would come with an LED one, and it would be better than the Ace kit or the EBK kit, which the EBK kit is what most people go with because it's the traditional. It's basically an industry standard. But yeah, so I now have 2 cats. I now have 1 cat. So we are now going to end this video. So thank you all very much for watching this video. Like, subscribe, share this video with your friends and family, and I'll see you all later. Peace and high 5. Mwah.